Research on people who eat nuts shows the snack may be helpful in controlling weight, but some nuts are better for you than others.
Still waking up three times a night to pee? It might not be your bladder. It could be the nuts you're eating. It sounds strange, but it's true. Some of the healthiest snacks in your pantry could be the secret culprits behind your interrupted sleep. Some nuts make things worse, while others can actually help calm your bladder. If you're over 60 or simply tired of those frustrating nighttime trips to the bathroom, knowing the difference could mean the difference between deep restorative sleep or another restless night spent pacing the hallway. By the end of this video, you'll know with certainty which 5 nuts to avoid before bed and which 5 to embrace to finally sleep soundly through the night again. Let's start with the fundamental question. Why do nuts, of all things, affect your bladder? It comes down to their dense nutritional profile. Nuts are celebrated for their healthy fats, fiber, and protein, but they are also packed with minerals, compounds, and sometimes hidden irritants. For someone dealing with frequent nighttime urination, what's inside that handful of nuts matters immensely. Certain nuts contain high levels of specific minerals that can act as a diuretic, telling your kidneys to produce more urine. Others are high in compounds like oxalates or salicylates, which can directly irritate the sensitive lining of the bladder, triggering the constant urge to go. This is a common trigger for an overactive bladder. Furthermore, if you're a man, inflammation is a major enemy of good urinary flow, and some nuts can unfortunately promote it. On the flip side, some nuts contain anti-inflammatory properties and key nutrients that relax muscles and support prostate health, actively working to reduce those nightly interruptions. If you've ever snacked on something you thought was healthy, only to find yourself wide awake and heading to the bathroom an hour later, this is precisely why. Understanding this balance is the first step toward reclaiming your sleep. Now let's get straight to the culprits. Here are the 5 worst nuts to eat before bed if you want to avoid nighttime urination. Number 5. Pistachios. While delicious and satisfyingly crunchy, pistachios, especially the salted variety, are a major problem. The issue is sodium. A single cup of salted pistachios can contain over 500 milligrams of sodium. When you consume that much salt, your body works hard to restore balance. It makes you thirsty, so you drink more water, but more critically, the high concentration of sodium in your bloodstream signals your kidneys to pull more water from your system to dilute it. This process rapidly fills your bladder, setting you up for multiple awakenings. One viewer told us that after switching to salted pistachios for his evening snack, his nightly trips to the bathroom went from 1 to 3, almost like clockwork. Even unsalted pistachios are naturally high in potassium, which can also have a mild diuretic effect in large quantities. Number 4. Cashews. This one is surprising to many because cashews are often seen as a creamy, comforting snack. However, their downfall is their high concentration of oxalates. Oxalates are natural compounds found in many plants, but in sensitive individuals, they can be a significant bladder irritant. Think of them as microscopic, sharp-edged crystals. When they are filtered through your kidneys and sit in your bladder, they can irritate the delicate lining, leading to feelings of urgency and frequency. This can mimic the symptoms of an overactive bladder, making you feel like you have to go even when your bladder isn't full. A man in his late 60s shared his story. He was doing everything right for his prostate health, but couldn't figure out why his urgency was so bad at night. It turned out his healthy handful of daily cashews was the primary irritant. Number 3. Salted peanuts. Peanuts, which are technically legumes but we treat them as nuts, are a double-edged sword. The most obvious problem, like with pistachios, is the salt. Roasted and salted peanuts are incredibly high in sodium, driving that cycle of thirst and urination. But there's a second, more subtle issue. Peanuts have a high ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. While we need both, a diet heavily skewed toward omega-6, which is common in Western diets, can promote a low-grade systemic inflammation. For men, any inflammation around the prostate can worsen symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, making urination more difficult and incomplete, which in turn leads to more frequent trips to the bathroom. Cutting out that nightly bowl of salted peanuts can have a surprisingly powerful effect on reducing inflammation and improving flow. Number 2. Brazil nuts. This is a tricky one. Brazil nuts are famous for their incredibly high selenium content, a mineral crucial for antioxidant defense and thyroid function. In moderation, it's fantastic for your health, but moderation is the key word. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts meet your entire daily selenium requirement. Eating a handful is a massive overload. When you consume selenium in such high doses, your body treats it as a toxin that needs to be flushed out. Your kidneys go into overdrive to filter the excess selenium from your blood, a process that inevitably increases urine production. This strain on your kidneys can directly lead to increased nighttime urination. Think of it as giving your body a task it has to work all night to complete. Many people who start taking Brazil nuts for their health benefits mistakenly believe more is better. They pay the price with their sleep. And the number one worst nut to eat before bed is any kind of flavored or mixed nut blend. Honey roasted, chili spiced, tamari dusted. They all spell trouble. The problem isn't just the nut itself, but everything it's coated in. These mixes are loaded with sugar, salt, spices, and often chemical additives like MSG or artificial flavorings. Each of these ingredients is a known potential bladder irritant. Sugar can feed bad bacteria and cause inflammation. Spices, especially hot ones like cayenne or chili, can directly irritate the bladder wall. And chemical additives can trigger bladder spasms in sensitive people. It's a cocktail of bladder antagonists, making it the absolute worst choice for a late-night snack if you value your sleep. Now for the good news, let's flip the script and talk about the 5 best nuts that can actually help you sleep better and reduce nighttime urination. Number 5, almonds. The magic ingredient in almonds is magnesium. Magnesium is nature's muscle relaxant. It plays a vital role in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body, including muscle and nerve function. Your bladder wall is a muscle called the detrusor muscle. When this muscle becomes overactive or spasming, it creates that constant, nagging urge to pee. Magnesium helps calm this muscle, allowing your bladder to fill more completely and comfortably before sending the signal to your brain. A small handful of raw, unsalted almonds in the late afternoon can provide a steady supply of magnesium to help keep your bladder relaxed through the night. Number 4, walnuts. Walnuts are a superstar for sleep and bladder health for 2 main reasons. First, they are one of the best food sources of melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. Eating walnuts can naturally boost your body's melatonin levels, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Second, walnuts are packed with anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. This powerful anti-inflammatory action helps soothe irritation throughout the body, including the urinary tract and the prostate gland. For men struggling with prostate-related urination issues, the 1-2 punch of melatonin and omega-3s makes walnuts an exceptional choice. Number 3, pumpkin seeds. Technically a seed, but worth including as the top food for prostate health. Frequent nighttime urination in men over 60 is often caused by an enlarged prostate pressing on the bladder. Pumpkin seeds are rich in zinc and phytosterols, 2 nutrients that fight this. Zinc supports normal prostate function, while phytosterols reduce prostate symptoms by blocking the enzyme that drives its growth. A small handful of raw shelled pumpkin seeds daily is one of the best long-term habits for urinary health. Number 2, macadamia nuts. If you're sensitive to bladder irritants, macadamias are your safest bet. Their strength is in what they don't have. They're low in oxalates and salicylates, which cause issues in nuts like cashews and almonds. This makes them very gentle on the bladder. They also offer healthy monounsaturated fats and fiber, making them a satisfying snack that won't irritate your system. For overactive bladder or interstitial cystitis, unsalted macadamias are the worry-free choice. And the number 1 best nut for nighttime urination and sleep is hazelnuts. They deliver a brilliant mix of benefits. Magnesium for muscle relaxation, anti-inflammatory fats like walnuts, and vitamin E, an antioxidant that protects the urinary tract from oxidative stress and inflammation. This blend of relaxing, anti-inflammatory, and protective nutrients makes hazelnuts especially soothing for your bladder. Enjoy them raw or lightly toasted to avoid inflammatory additives. Finally, a few bladder-friendly nut habits. First, timing matters. Even healthy nuts can increase urine volume if eaten too close to bedtime. Avoid snacks within 2 hours of sleep. Second, watch your portions. A small handful is plenty. Third, always pick raw and unsalted. Added salt, sugar, or oils make even the best nuts problematic. Keep it simple. Have you noticed certain foods affecting your sleep or bladder? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might help someone else. If you're over 60 and want natural health tips, hit that subscribe button. Coming up, 3 bedtime drinks that calm your bladder and help you sleep through the night. Don't miss it.